What is up, chat? It's your boy, Dihan. Looking at some VOD reviews tonight. Got two right now. So, first one is on Eichenwald playing the Cat and Brig. Ended up in a tie, but felt like could have won if I was playing better. Pretty new to playing supports. Usually a Diva 1 trick. Getting some advice would be pretty useful. So, let's give it a look on Moonchi. See how they're doing. Get to it.
Ready for battle.
I'd better not catch any of you skipping your stretches.
Ready for battle.
Is not an option. Not good enough is not an option.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, so when the game starts, I'd just go through the spawn doors real quick, not sit here for 8 seconds.
Group up here.
And then you dropped your hog, so both you and your hog are technically late to the start. Now we're gonna pick up someone else. Just kidding. Okay. Yeah, you could have probably just done this a lot earlier versus everything else you've done. Where are we going? If you're gonna try and fly him through the choke, just fly him through the choke and drop him off right here. I don't think the purr was necessary because you were the only person that was injured. Okay. Yeah, honestly, probably in positioning wise, playing like here would have been just probably better for you because you could have kept an eye on the hog and then also shot any enemies that decided to contest against the hog. Where you were at just caused you to constantly be moving around, avoiding the having like downtime while you're repositioning, and that kind of is why you weren't able to really get picks or support the hog as strongly as you could have.
Moira by your side.
Yeah, you're good. I don't know why you're necessarily moving away from up here. You don't need to hold W while you're shooting, but it works out. Very nice.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
With the payload. Bogamish.
Honestly, with just the Kiri there, you probably could have transported Hog all the way over to her just to get a stagger kill.
Sorry, far away.
You're gonna be looking for an ult, easy ult for anybody to grab and then just take off the cliff. You don't need an ult here, so don't use your ult. Okay. There's no way. Literally could have played anywhere except for where you were playing. Like here, I don't know why you're playing facing a doorway. You could have literally just played here, and as soon as someone came out to contest anything, hit them with the ult, drop them off the cliff here. I don't know why we decided to just go AFK right in front of where the enemy team was. I don't know why you're playing there, and then you flew way too low. So a little bit of a misplay there. I think overall we can just use more cover around the walls. That's like the big issue I'm seeing right now.
Towards the sky!
Come on now! Yep. Yep. Very good. Yeah, good cover. You can shoot your hog from here.
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
Try. Yeah, you might be able to C9 here. You're on a recon arrow, but... yeah, just touch. They're not above you. You can't hear footsteps, so you know they're not above you. So fly up here and just start pushing this. You'll be able to hear footsteps of the enemy if they're above you. Like now we hear footsteps, and then he's gone. So go touch. Push. Push the payload. Move the payload. C9. Push the payload. Push the payload. If anything happens, you can go right back to under here. Like, okay. Literally could have forced them to be on point by just pushing that payload and creating space for your team that way. Like, if you were going to sit behind the enemy lines, I don't know why you wouldn't just push the payload. If you weren't going to push the payload, then you should just go back to your team and try and do another tether play and move someone around or something. Like, you're obviously the big healer in this comp because you have a cat and you have a Zenyatta. So if you're not going to do any kind of sneaky plays like C9 or back cap, then you should totally go back to your team and then just work on healing them and putting them in strong positions to make the fight worthwhile, because they didn't have you on any rotation plays, and so they had to basically take on Eichenwald second point by themselves without a main healer. So this is just a bunch of staggers. Yeah, I mean, the tether play is good to, like, get people to different positions. I don't know if I'd be carrying Hog necessarily the whole time. Good scratches. There, I probably would have just offered a tether to get her away from Reinhardt. Here, you can ult, and then pull them off. Nice. You don't need a tether there. I would have just been healing. Play cover, heal your tank. You literally have a number advantage here. So I don't know why you're just not healing your tank and keeping him alive. Okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, big things I'm seeing so far are really a lot of it is cover usage. I mean, the only other thing I'm seeing is like, if you're gonna be sneaky, then commit to being sneaky and backpack. That's good.
Hunting them down.
Okay, nice. Let's see how the defense goes.
Ready for battle.
Wow, easy.
Okay. So here you're just on way too much of a flank. I don't know why exactly you're playing such a flank aggression when you are a main healer. You can probably do everything that you wanted to do from back here. Do the same things with pressuring and whatnot. Playing here, yeah, you're able to shoot and flank behind a little bit, but if they do run forward, you know, there's no heals to keep them at bay, really. So they do just kind of walk in and start just beating up your Zenyatta, and he has nothing for him.
That is a challenge.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Again, like with you having a Zenyatta, you have to kind of be the main source of heals, especially on defense. Because on defense, your whole point is to sustain the enemy team. Okay, what is this position going to do for your hog, though? Like, what? All you did was make him lose space on this. He does not need to play here. He was playing fine up where he was. I think this actually just gives away space. Now lets your May be here without a tank. Your Zenyatta didn't have a tank. Where he was. Yeah, he was up there too, and so he doesn't have a tank. But he just took the tank away, and because of that, your team just lost a bunch of, you know, people. So I personally wouldn't have moved the tank. Because you just gave a bunch of space for no reason. Okay. Yeah, we get another Reinhardt. But, like, you gave them so much space, and you guys are losing this fight, so there's really nothing you can do here. Okay, what are we doing with this downtime here? Like, what? Why are you just flying around and you're then, like, putting things on walls? Like, you could easily take, I don't know, your soldier and just put him right back on this high ground or something to keep him aggressive. What's up, Bob? Or, I don't know. Here could be a potential where you relocate the hog just because he could have this high ground. You could put your May up here. You could put, I don't know, the soldier up here. But I don't know what the purpose of this is. Like, what are you doing here? What is this? Because, like, people are getting shot at and stuff, and you're just over here just, like, spraying walls. When, again, you can relocate him up here so that he has a higher ground and some more aggressive. But could have moved someone up to this high ground behind the Reinhardt, so when he pushes out, he gets shot in the back. Actually, the soldier up here would be kind of pretty strong, to be honest. But, like, you didn't really do any of that. Now you're, you know, flying back here and shooting. And they're pushing in. Your Brig's probably dead here. Maybe not. There was, like, just no planning or prep for this fight, though. Like, I would have liked to see some more planning, especially with the whole fact that as Jetpack Cat, you can literally take teammates up to the high ground, like, instantly. Ryan, I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm too old for that process now. And I think the highest they accept is like 25 for that. Okay, this looks good. Same deal, like, I guess you have no one that can really go up to this bridge for high ground, but, you know, there's just, like, you have to think about what utility Jetpack Cat's bringing to these fights, and what they are bringing is, you know, more power, you know, to, bring, you know, teammates up into high ground areas with the tractor beam. Yeah, I mean, that map was a little unlucky. I think the whole reason you lose this point is really because you didn't do anything to make it so that it could move. The payload basically pushed from here up to this corner because you didn't put anyone up to a high ground to really cause a strong threat. And because you didn't really do that, they were able to push the whole team backwards, and this whole payload basically got to push for free as well. Because instead we were spraying the wall and meleeing it.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Like that. At this point, I don't know what Jetpack Cat is kind of bringing to the fights. I don't think there's really anything that you are really bringing. That is interesting. But okay. You see, you already were winning that fight, though. You really didn't need to use ult. You probably could have just played through, you know, went through here, played in the back line a little bit, and then at some point, once they decide to group up and push in, now we attack. Because you kind of just threw your ults away when you didn't even need to. Your team already was up, like, 3 or 4 kills.
No. Stop the payload.
And again, like, I don't know what the value Jetpack Cat brings to the third point. Like, a Kiriko or a Lifeweaver would probably be a better fit here.
Eyes on the sky!
Could have stalled for more time there too, at least a little bit.
Ready for battle. Ready.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing Cat this whole time, so it kind of makes sense why a flank Cat wouldn't work. Especially if you knew... Yeah, honestly, it probably would have been safer for you to just drop in on the Sierra here, rather than try to bring yourself to point. Just because over here, at least you have more of a stance, some health pack here, a health pack here. On point, there's really nothing, and your team can't even push through quick enough to even help you. So I don't know if I would have gone straight to point there.
Enemy turret up ahead.
Yeah, and then again, like, it's all about positioning. Like, here, everyone can see you. If you played over, you know, even, like, if you played over here more, at least you can only see the turret. Same deal if you, like, I don't know, even played here, like, you can only see the turret. It's just, like, you're positioning yourself in areas where you're just out in the open, and not only that, you're kind of standing still when you do that, too. So, just try to be more aware of what sightlines can be on you with where you're flying. I think playing around cover in the air is a big issue. And then the other issue is, like, not using our tractor beam to its full potential. Mainly second point is where I'm seeing that. Yeah, I mean, here they have literally a Torb turret, so it kind of makes sense why you're just getting shot out of the sky. Like, they literally are just countering you. And then, yeah, we're getting distracted by spraying on the wall a lot, too. Which, again, is, like, not necessary. I want us to be, rather than spraying on walls, like, planning for what the next fight's going to look like. Okay, so now we're playing Brig. Okay, cool. Let's not give ourselves a headache. Okay, cool. Let's not give ourselves a headache.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
We could be swinging a lot more. For sure. There we go. I think a lot of the issues we lost was defense on Jetpack Cat. I don't think on this brig we're gonna do anything that's too much of a throw. Just looks like there's a couple wasted ults on Jetpack Cat for last, yeah, for third point. Or third point and, like I said, second point with planning. And of course the positioning, using sight lines and taking into account buildings and natural cover in the airspace. Okay, he almost died there. Rally to me! Yeah, honestly, this last point is a bit of a throw because you have 15 seconds left, so I don't know why you don't just pop Rally. Rally, I think, carries your armor for at least 30 seconds, so you probably could have popped that and then your whole team wouldn't have died to anything before, but at least we got Rally going now for us, right? It just could have been a lot... Rather than having your hog basically clutch up for you, I think you could have had just a stronger fight if you popped Rally earlier here. But you're lucky your hog basically clutched up here. So, yeah, I think on the cat, I think a lot of it is just, you know, focusing on trying to use that utility to optimize yourself. Not throwing away those ultimates. And keeping in mind that natural cover around you, that is going to, you know, be able to block off and position around sight lines. All right, chat. Last one that we're going to look at looks to be a silver Reinhardt named Q2V2. And I guess we got two VODs, so we're probably going to look at both and just see what the overall theme for both of these is.
Ready for battle.
You can tell we're kind of new because we have the default skin, I guess.
Ready. 5.
Okay, so of course,
1. Round 1.
pinning out, if you hold the space bar down, you will fly 3 meters farther, so that will get you further to fights and to better positions quicker. Enemies will rarely go out of that site, and there'll be more on this side. So you can either hold it to where they peek this area and throw it there, or you can go around the other side and then throw it for a farther sightline angle. And it's a Bastion, good natural cover. Swinging, very good. Okay, he didn't stay in turret form, that's weird. Nice, we're gonna get the Mercy too, nice. It's feeling like this one is a little bit of an ego bot, but can't tell yet. Yeah, play it corner here rather than the open space that you're playing. Okay. Good chatter here. Good chat. Okay. We don't want to shatter. We're just gonna give point. Giving point is very interesting here. You definitely had a winning. You could have easily shattered and gotten the Sigma or the Mercy, or both of them for that matter. Giving them point for free when you had number think you had numbers. I think you only lost one person.
Get ready.
Okay, so you lose 2 here, you lose 3. Yeah, I guess we are out. Like I said, if you got 2, you might have been able to turn it, but I guess you're backing out because you're being safe. But a reason that they died is because you decide, instead of playing just like a normal angle to mirror where the tank is, like playing over here to protect your Juno, you just like go on this huge flank route, and so the Sigma is able to just run through your team. So you could have just mirrored the Sigma rather than going on this huge flank route. So he basically just kills your whole team because you do that. Yeah, so we're gonna back out. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Bastion is shooting behind you. Yeah, we just seemed lost that the Bastion was there. Like, you can hear him right side, and then you even know he's shooting behind you, and you just like take forever to turn around.
The enemy is being revived.
You're gonna travel farther if you walk out of spawn and then pin, because you have more distance to cover then. Bastion, you can still hear right side. Okay, we're just scared to push in. You're just like letting your team blow up.
Moira by your side.
Yeah, I mean, don't go AFK like this. Still hear the Bastion right side. He's doing it against you. Like, this seems to be a game where you just don't ever adapt to the Bastion that sits in the same spot right side for you. Like, you can walk over here and push him out. You can try and, like, make sure he funnels himself back here. But it seems like you're just going the same route. We're holding on to this Shatter forever. Okay, there we go. Nice. Block. 10. After a swing, if you get cool, big animation cancel.
Cancel out on the objective. Feel it.
Nice, nice, nice.
Feeling warm yet?
Okay. You gotta hold more corners. Like, just hold here, you know? Not be giving the enemy so much space because you don't know how to hold corners. Like, even where you're standing just standing in open space. You're not even playing around this corner where you're trying to play. Like, you should either be playing here and then pressuring him on this corner so that he has to actually peek out in order to shoot you. Or play over here and same deal. They have to, if they're going to shoot you, they have to peek out and you'll hit them with your hammer. You're just not playing, you're playing in a lot of open space, so they don't actually have to peek you too hard. Like, the Sigma can just play on this corner, peek out, shoot you from here, and then if he needs cover, he goes here. Versus if you're playing this cover, now he has to play over here, or play on this corner, which isn't really that great of a corner. Or if you're playing around this corner, now he has to play in this open space to shoot you. But again, like, you're not playing around corners, you're playing in open space, so it's quite easy for the enemy team to shoot you.
I can take more than that. We are fewer in number.
Ooh, unlucky.
This point is ours. They must not advance.
Probably playing ball. Yep. Good. Yeah. Cap it. Yeah, a lot of it is I'm seeing is like not holding corners. A lot of the time you're playing out in open space.
I'm with you.
Stand behind me, friend.
Tracker in place. Let's go. Feels good, huh? Don't know why they thought this was a good fight with you.
Like even here, try your hardest to try and play around this corner so that the Cassidy is less likely to be able to shoot your shield and things. You're playing right here, which is like, yeah, anyone can shoot you. Even if they're not trying to shoot you, they're going to shoot you. So just try and move up and get yourself a corner so it scares the enemy team away. Most Sigmas in Silver will back up if you approach them. Shield. And then here's a pathing-ish. Well, maybe not. Yeah, no, good corner. It just takes you a while to find these corners that you start to find a good foothold on. Again, like this is a flank. Rather than do the flank, I think I would prefer you just play on the same side with your team. So that he's not able to really shoot your team very much, then your team can shoot him. And then once they start getting weak, then you can start to get aggressive and push in. Flanks just leave a lot of opportunity to the enemy able to make strong plays before anything really happens to them. Yeah, you could have easily hit that Juno, but you just didn't look up on that. But then again, like here, we're just playing out in open space again. No cover held. But yeah, really choked on that Juno play. Definitely could have been able to kill her. There's no way she can jump over your head with her double jump. Yeah, the big issues I'm seeing is playing corners and holding space. Nice, 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 nice.
Down to it.
Shatter. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
On the objective. Stop me if you can.
Shatter, shatter, shatter. Like you had a shatter opportunity there and you just didn't do it. Okay, he fell into that. Big shatter. Okay, something you could have done here is that once you shatter everyone, if you crouch and then you aim at the Mercy, you might have been able to hit both the Sigma, the Cassidy, and the Mercy. Also, something else you could have done is rather than pin, you could have fired 2 fire strikes and then pinned the Sigma. And that would have killed both of these guys because they were so low. And then you would have been able to do damage to the Sigma. And then because of that, Cassidy wouldn't be able to shoot you and kill you. So you probably would have been able to live that. But yeah, I mean, overall, that game, it's looking like cover is the big one. See how this one goes. Gibraltar, I just wouldn't play Reinhardt on Gibraltar.
I only ever hear horror
Maybe
stories.
we're playing
boss.
Risa, but honestly, Reinhardt or Risa, like on Gibraltar, you play dive. You don't really play any of these brawl tanks because of the high ground that there is. Okay. Yeah, let's push. Push, push, push. Yeah, here instead of jerking yourself around so much, I'd just sit on the payload bumper. Because if what you don't notice, and you'll see this, is this ram is not going to contest this payload. He is going to slowly back up. So over the course of this, if you stay on the payload, he will slowly back up. Oh? Yeah, and you'll see it. You don't notice it, but he is kind of slowly backing up from where he is if you're just sitting on the payload bumper. So you really just need to sit on payload bumper there. Which it looks like eventually you do, and then he dies. I like the space that you're taking here. I think this is really good. What kills us here? Oh. Yeah, so you take good space, but then look at where your positioning is. You're playing out in the open, so it's no wonder you're getting shot a bunch. Like, you could have played on this corner. You could have played on this corner. These are probably the two corners I would have played. You're playing just right out in the open. So it kind of makes sense why you just, like, blow yourself up. Have to use all of your abilities to keep yourself alive, and then you get ulted. So just try and find more cover, honestly. Okay, if you're gonna use shield spin, you shouldn't use it like this. It's made to negate damage and then get yourself to move to someone and push space. You're using this to push space, but it's not negating anything. So I'd rather you take this time up the stairs, and if you're gonna use shield spin, you can use it here to try and push yourself closer to the enemy there. Versus what you just did, because now you have no spear spin, you probably are gonna have to fortify. Maybe. Okay. Looks good. And then again, like, take the time, hold the corner. So, like, play here. So it's really tough for them to come and touch point. Not play where you are right here. Because here, depending on how fast they are, they can just come and contest point. Okay, they didn't touch point, that's good. And then again, if you were playing up there, like, now you can already start pushing the space. It takes you a little bit to get there.
They will not break me.
And deal, just hit bumper or payload. Just hit bumper or payload. Now your team's dead, so you back out. Okay, you don't pop ult if both of your supports are dead. That will almost never work. Now we go Ram. Tim Gill said bumper a payload, bumper a payload, bumper a payload. He's giving you this space. You see him backing up. So just play the payload, but play the bumper of it, and he will continue backing up. Yeah, here you got teams kills, so we can push space, trying to get some, you know, get some further kills. Yep, good blocking, good blocking, good blocking. While you are blocking, you should try to figure out where you want to be. Probably here is going to be safe because, again, you have cover. You're backing up into a place with no cover, so you need to really think about, like, the cover that you're going to be in and where you want to be versus where you're standing, which is just open space. Again, here, you move back to bumper since they can't shoot on the bumper. But you're backing up in open space the whole time, and if you continue to back up, you may not notice, but you're backing up into your whole team here. And doing that makes it so your team become targets for everything. I don't know if you saw what happened to your, you know, your supports, but let's just look at your support line. As you back up into these guys, they just start all taking the damage because you're backing up into them. You can't be backing up because it's gonna, you know, end up killing your supports.
Better get digging, Bob. They're targeting me.
Same deal. Find a corner, fight it. That was good to get out of the Rammo. Yeah, I think my biggest issue is the fact that you just don't have corners that you play around. A lot of the time, almost any time in this replay, I can look and you're just playing in open space rather than playing on a corner or any kind of cover at all. Okay, nice. We'll take it. Alright, push up, get the free space. Team kill, push up, get the free space. Push up, get the free space. You have 4 on payload. The max of the payload will move at max speed is 3. So you as a tank, you need to play up here. You want to play up here. Ideally, you want to try and make it so the enemy just isn't able to push past, like, you know, this area. Like, you probably just play here, to be honest, and keep the enemy kind of at bay back here, because if you do that, this payload's going to be able to push all up here for free. If you sit on point, enemy is going to get out to here, and you're going to have a struggle playing around this area because of how much cover the enemy team is going to play around while keeping their tank alive. So we'll see what exactly happens here. Yeah, so you're giving the enemy team a bunch of space. They take all that space for free. They end up pushing to where they need to be. You're not able to have this easy push, and so now it's going to be a bit of a brawl. Yeah, because, again, this is so difficult to really push in because you gave the enemy so much free space that they wouldn't have had if you know, weren't on cart with 4 other players. That's why it's so difficult for this to happen, and that's why you aren't able to contest point. So let's see how the defense is. If I had to guess, we probably just don't play point, and we probably just back up and give them free space here. The whole time without even realizing it. Okay, weird shield. If you're going to aim at a flyer, shoot at their feet, they will always fall down. They will not fly up.
Pushing the payload. Cut them off.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna back up here because we need to. That's okay. Strategically drop. Play blue box. Blue box is a pretty strong corner to hold. Okay, very aggressive here.
My gift to you.
See if it pays off. Can we get back to point? Can we get back to point? Yes. Can we contest point? So yeah, eventually you basically just stop playing on point, and so you see 9. On defense, you literally just want to play on point and contest point as much as you can. So just a lot of chasing and not really holding on to the point very much.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Yeah, I mean, here you're just really pressured out. It's really tough, again, because Eichenwald is, or Gibraltar is really full for dive heroes, and we're just not playing any dive. So as you can see, Winston just clearly walks over us. But I think a lot of that is also because you're not holding very aggressively to any space, and so the dive is able to take any space, and then on top of that take more space because they can dive behind you. On dive, against dive teams, you really want to kind of constrict the enemy team to limit where they can dive, and that's just playing a lot of corners. So overall, yeah, it looks like you really just need to play a lot of corners. I'm not really seeing a lot of corner play, if at all, really. So I would like to see more corner playing for basically all of them, but I think that's a big reason on why we're losing these fights. We're not taking free space, and constantly, if we're in a fight and we feel scared, we back up into our team, which causes our team to get picked as well, because we are giving up space to the enemy team. So, hope that helps, and happy climbing. That is it in terms of VOD reviews, chat. So, everyone have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys.